One of the best parts about being out on tour is visiting old places you used to love to eat, like Wawa's. They have some of the best coffee, the Sizzlies, grab and go. We also grabbed every insect from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, all the way up the East Coast. This was the first long ride since I modded the Indian with the mid, Sawiki exhaust, stage one intake, and the secret sauce tune that I have on there. I got to grab some work shirts from various locations, t shirts from others, but today it's time to clean this beast. In these videos, you can't even tell how dirty this bike is. But while you're here, if you would subscribe, like, and comment, I would greatly appreciate it. If you're like myself, when you're getting ready to wash the bike, it's best to just go ahead and just put it on a low lift, get it up in the air, and work your magic. Because squatting down and scrubbing on the ground is just not my thing. I didn't know what to expect from this trip when I first went on it. It's my birthday week, and I just wanted to get to 10,000 miles before my birthday, and I did that on my way back home. It was an amazing ride. I got to see my little brother Country up in Georgia, talk to my homeboy Slider, even more than I've ever talked to most people on the phone. We sat on the phone yesterday for 3 hours, just fellowship conversating. And I'm really liking this whole Indian world. I'm a Harley guy still. I'll always be a Harley guy. But there is something about the Indian and victory story that is just getting me. It's just tugging at my heartstrings because it's the story of an underdog. Indians run around since 1901. 1901, through the Great Depression, through bankruptcy, through different ownership, to people not even really understanding where they came from. Without victory or Indian, we would be relegated to having mediocre Harley Davidsons. Yes, mediocre Harley Davidsons. It happens. It's okay. It's okay. We all can't be champs. We all can't be the one. So, what I'm learning from my short stint into this foray of understanding the Indian motorcycle riders, they're just like anyone else, except they're more performance minded. A lot more performance minded. Most of the brains I picked about the Thunderstroke motor, I had no clue that it went up zero point 0.5 cubic inches every time they decide to do something bigger and better for it. While with Harley Davidson, we're stuck with zero point 0.3 cubic inches. We never move bigger. They give you just enough to keep you a customer. It's kind of like how Nike does with the Jordan 1. They'll throw out some funky colorways to make all the kids happy with it, but at the end of the day, it's still an 80s shoe that's uncomfortable as hell. But the nostalgia factor of some people not being able to afford them, guess what? They can afford them now, so they want them. That's the same that I'm seeing with Harley Davidson. Once upon a time, most of us, we really couldn't afford it, especially us guys coming from the crotch rocket world. My whole reasoning behind this trip was just to get out and visit some of these Indian dealerships. And now I feel that story should be at the forefront because a lot of these Indian dealerships have a story to tell. Like the one I was at in Savannah, Georgia. It gave off Harley Davidson vibes, and then come to find out from my boy Slider, yes, it used to be a Harley Davidson, but this actually looks like a standalone Indian dealership that may or may not sell other vehicles. Because I didn't even notice they had a zero display until Slider told me that there was one here. And I didn't realize it until a video that I'll be posting on later this week. I don't know where this adventure is taking me. I don't know what kind of rabbit hole that I've gotten myself into, but I'm ready for this because it never hurts to step outside of your comfort zone and see what the competition is doing. See why the competition is making your fellow brother and sisters in riding come over to the dark side. As for myself, I don't have to trade in one of my bikes, so I keep the creature comforts of the Street Glide that I know and love, the awesome shake, but I keep the performance and the long travel comfortability of my Indian Challenger. And I wouldn't have it any other way. In this life, variety is always the spice of life. So thank you once again for checking me out. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.